The revolution. This is not the usual note. Spoiler alert. You might like it even less than usual, dislike it more. So maybe go on, see it, and unlike, press unlike, or just avoid it altogether. So having said that, we're trying an experimental art. Experimental art is defined in To the Hermitage. Bradbury has if we found a sponsor something. It's not good enough or good at all, but there is somebody there who's supporting the projects. If I'm not mistaken, which I in this case, we had a meeting and we were thinking of making a note on the revolution, say, not a film this time, but who knows, maybe a film in the future. I am proud to say that I have taken part in the revolution of 1989, which has deposed the despot from here, Ceausescu, one of the worst in the world. And I have the Newsweek copy of covering the events to prove it, because I met Michael Myers, head of the Central Europe Bureau or something. Anyway, sent here to see what's going on. And I was thinking to talk a little in some minutes. I'm thinking maybe 1,000 about what happened then, with the notion that, who knows, I keep referring to AI, artificial intelligence. Once we've reached singularity, it will be more intelligent than all of mankind, humankind, put together. So who knows what we can do with it. We'll have ways to do films, to analyze human frailty, human revolutions, besides, it was an event, most important I've seen and been involved in. And if nothing else, it could help with a little account from that, as much as can be remembered. And why not maybe relate to it, create a club of revolutionaries or something. Let me say a joke before we proceed, which gives the amplitude or lack thereof, the dimensions. I don't know where I've read this or heard this. Something with Latin America. Latin America was the place where they had revolutions, rebellions, and so on, changes, coup d'etat, military dictatorships. Argentina, Brazil. Bolsonaro, the idiot from there, is thinking about something like that now. Much less likely because they've grown, but still it's a threat. Not that the other one is so much better. It seems he's better, but still an idiot. The other one, too, in my view, Lula, recently, well, a couple of months ago or so, said that war in Ukraine is just as much Zelensky's fault. Okay, if you say that, we see who you are. So dialogue with the Latin American, it's rebelliousness. What are you doing? I'm going to have my lunch, and after that, I'm going to have my siesta, and after that, I don't know, maybe a revolution. In other words, it used to be an afterthought, something superficial, something frequent, something um, like what we've had here on some views, some takes. And indeed, considering the lack of change and the revolution presupposes a dramatic shift from one regime to another, from one type of government to another. And here, yes, was a revolution in the sense that you have the elimination of Ceausescu dead. In fact, on the cover of that issue, I have referred to for a long time in my notes, and I will. Now I have the warning at the beginning, and then again maybe throughout. The copy has, Newsweek has Ceausescu dead on the cover. His head on the ground, shot dead. About 80 kilometers that way. In fact, we're very near the main road, national road, Bucharest to connecting the capital. This one was the capital city, to Gurj, that's where he was shot dead. A little bit of background will be needed, so we'll have a few notes, background and introduction, let's say 322. So, in the sense that what happened the days before and what I was up to. At the time I was a student in geophysics, which is a branch in geology, the better, the creme de la creme in geology, go on to become geophysicists and work in the fields to find oil, gas, precious metals, nickel for the battery for the electric cars, which will be our future, hopefully, inshallah. And true, I was about to graduate after the long struggle because enthusiasm, the initial enthusiasm was long gone by then, and what was left was a need for the paper, for the diploma, to say, okay, graduated. University was a university, but as it happens, I would not work a day in that field as a geophysicist, because it looked like it didn't have a future. Things changed somewhat in some years, but still. So to begin with, when I came into the university, I was second in the test. I'm so proud of it. The best results in the exam for algebra and mathematical analysis. Probably also, anyway, up there, the best or second best in physics. But then clearly the second and not so good in geometry. Geometry was probably the one that prevented me from being top dog, number one. Number one was a woman. I had some intimate relations in one set. First year was great, but then it became clear that under the communist regime it would be a challenge. But I may have passed the 5-minute limit. They said that 5 minutes is the maximum. You should keep your audience there. After that, it's too much to ask. Although statistics show that they only watch, in general, some watch for 1 second, if that's the name for it, much, and others for a few minutes. On average, statistics show it's to 12 seconds of view time for these videos, which is fair. They don't deserve more, maybe less or not at all.